Hello everyone out there. Once again I welcome you to this channel. In case you're an existing subscriber, in case you're a new subscriber, I warmly welcome you to this channel for the first time. On this channel I do VBA macros projects in Excel, and as well I will be soon loading videos in Python. Today we are going to do a login form in VBA. This will support us to authenticate access to our Excel files. Now today, in case you're not familiar with macros, that is to say maybe advanced level macros, we are not going to do advanced level macros, and at the same time we are not going to use Excel formulas to automate any task. We are going to use purely macros. It is going to be quite a shorter video, but we shall try to encapsulate and break down the content such that it is easily understandable. In case you are working with Windows, I'm not working on a Windows PC, I'm working on Linux, so which means some of the things which will be flowing may not flow as smart as on Windows, but you can get this very project on my GitHub such that you can follow along. Done and complete. You can only make adjustments. It is free of charge. Make adjustments, implement it on your project, and let us proceed. First, in case you have not subscribed, consider subscribing, and let us proceed. Now here we are going to have this video lesson we are going to go through, and what we are going to start with, we are going to start with I introduced myself. That is, my name is Emmanuel Gdudu. I'm a teacher of ICT, very passionate about programming. Now in this video today we are going to embark on make sure by the end of this tutorial we should be able to create and save a macro enabled workbook, then create two sheets. That is, we should be able to create sheets, then perhaps rename them, then also create the user form and all its elements, those are the buttons, then the text boxes and other elements. Then we should also be able to write macros to automate every task. By the end of this video, you should be able to have these three at hand. Now, in case you're working with the Office beyond 2010, I'm pretty sure it will work comfortably. At times it may say these features are not supported for this Excel version, but I hope it will work well and comfortable. Come to your Excel and find Excel. I'm using Excel 2010. It's the one I've installed on my Linux machine. And then come to File, then go to Options. If you don't have, I'm trying to find, if you don't have the Developer tab, come to File, then Options, then come to Customize the ribbon, then click on put a check mark on Developer and click OK. You'll have to see the Developer tab over here. Now, like I said, if I try to click on Visual Basic to access the Visual Basic editor, it will not show me directly. So my case, I will try a workaround and I'll have to access it that way. So if you're working with Windows, it is more smoother than when you're working on Linux, because Microsoft Office applications are native applications for Windows, not Linux. However, you can get a workaround to get our Microsoft Office products to work on Linux. Now what we're going to do, we have created a new workbook. Come to File, then go to Save. I'm going to save it on the desktop. Let me create a folder on the disk. Anyway, let me just leave it here. Let me put it in one of my folders, test. Then I'll come and name it as just remove this name it as login form, then click save. Before I click save, we said we should change the saving format to Excel macro enabled workbook and click save. Here we go. We are clear with the first objective. We are able to create a workbook, and save it. Then let us go and create two sheets. Shall go back to our Excel. The first sheet, I will name it admin, something like this. And second sheet, I'll name it users. I name it I'll name it users like this. Perhaps I may remove this other sheet. Okay, I will save these changes and I close this out. Now I missed out something here before I would even come to this step. The first step, we would have seen, I would show the project and its functionalities. So that's what I'll start with. I'll show the project and its functionalities. I'll come back, I'll come and open it. I'll open with Excel. So this is the login form. The login form has a username and a text box to enter the username, the password and the text box to enter the password. Then we have the login button, help us access. Immediately we enter the correct credentials. Then the forgot password feature, then the set password feature, then the change password, then the submit password hint, then the text box to enter the password hint. So the demo credentials I've provided is user and the password is this. I will use these details to try to log in. I try click login to say user, you're welcome, you have successfully logged in, and we are in. So here I have a sheet named admin and users. That's exactly how we are going to create it. Then I have users, password, and password hint. These are some of the formattings we are going to do on one of the sheets named users. I will close this. Then the macros we have used to automate this, they are here. I think I'll come back again. We have the form is here. We have all the automations, we have done it here, and others. This is what we are going to look at in brief. I'm trying to be fast to save time. I want to use a few minutes, so I'll go back to the test folder and open my file. So I'll start by naming this as username. One of these columns has username, another one has password, another one has password hint. Okay, I'll even do some formatting on them, something like this. You can do something much far beyond this, but that's what I've done for now. So all the features I showed on the user form, we are going to make sure all of them are activated and they are functioning. So I'll save any changes, then I'll go to the next step where I'm going to create. This one is finished, this one is finished. I finished showing. Okay, we have finished creating the sheets and them carefully. Let's now go to the next step, create the user form and all its elements. We shall go back to our Excel file, then we shall go to developer and then Visual Basic. Then mine is playing, but I have to work around. Then come in the ribbon, then come and click on user form. Come over here, insert user form button, then click on user form. It will give us a form which is like this. So my form, I want to increase its width and its height to something like, come and look for height. I'll put height to 300, and also go for the width down here, because I've tried to extend it using these handles, it has failed. So I'll use that technique. I'll go to the width. I also want to make it to 300. Let me make it 350, something like this. So I'll start by adding the necessary elements. I'll start by the text box, come to view, then toolbox. I'll first of all start with have my form here. Start by the text boxes, the labels, these two labels. I'll come back to my form. Okay, this is my form. going to start by adding labels. Come and click on this label and add it somewhere here, something like this. Then add the caption, hit F4 while the label is still selected. Use F4 on your keyboard to bring up the properties pane. Then come and change its caption. Come and change its caption to username. Press enter. Because the text is very small, come to font, click on the 3 arrows, 3 dots showing more. I'll bold it, then I'll change font size to 12. I click OK. 12 is still small. I'll put it to 16. I click OK. That is okay. Then I'll copy and paste it, place it over here. Then I'll change the caption, this to password, like that. I'll go and add the text box corresponding to this username. Click on the text box, come and drag and draw it over here, something like that. You can even make it longer, that's why I wanted something longer. And then come and change its name. This one we're not going to change the caption because text box has no caption. You're going to change its name from text box 1 to txt username, something like this, typed here, txt username. Copy and paste it. For password, extend it somewhere here. Then change its name over here, not the caption. Change it to txt password, exactly the way I've typed it, txt password. So I'll do the same for the rest of the other elements. If I forgot password button, set password button, login, change password, then submit password hint, then the text box for the password hint. Then we shall proceed from there. Remember, I had named this as txt username, txt password. Come and also name this to cmd. This is a command button, cmd, forgot password, something like this. Come and also rename this to cmd for command, cmd set password. So after that, I'll now go to the next step, that is to write the macros to automate every part. So here I'll start with all the buttons. What do? You come and just double click on this button, then you enter the area where you're going to write the macros to automate those specific tasks. So what do? Just come on your user form and double click one of these buttons. Say for example login, and we shall be in this area where we're going to write the macros here. Now I'm not going to write these macros manually. I'm going to just copy and paste the code. Like I said, the code and every detail has been attached in my GitHub, and I'm going to provide a link to my GitHub where the resource is located, and you can download and follow along. What I'm going to do, just going to copy the code, and I will explain through every section, then we shall call it a project. Now, however, due to instability of the platform on which I'm working, because I once again I said I'm working on Linux, so I'm going to go back to my project. I'll go back to my project, and I'm going to copy and paste the code. What do? Come to your form, then double click any of these buttons, and it will bring you to this editor area here where we shall write the macros to automate the activities. Now I'm going to copy and paste the code here, then we shall review it, then we shall have to summarize the project. Now testing may not be effective like the way it would be on other platforms like on Windows, but we shall see how it will have to look like. Like I said, I will again refer to my GitHub, download the project and work with it. Alright, I'm going to copy the code and I come back and we proceed. Now here I've copied and pasted the code. Let's go and review it. Now here's the code. This is the code when you click the command button forget, because we wrote its name as cmd forgot password. And then this is the macros when you click the button for change password. And then here's the code for when you click the login button, because this is a command button of cmd login. Then underscore click when it is clicked. Then you also have to go to cmd set password, click the same thing. Then also cmd submit password. Then this last area, let me go and peruse through the top. Now here we started by declaring 3 variables, that's username, password, hint, and a new password. Then we had to assign them to the text boxes. These text boxes we had these ones here for password and username. And then we had to come down and we had to put some error checking in case somebody has not entered the username. Then flash a message and say username has not been entered. And then we also came here and had to store the password hint. Password hint will be asked through. Here we are working on the forgot password. Okay, let me begin with the login. Login it is here. We also declared 2 variables, then assigned them to text boxes. The 2 text boxes we saw, these 2 text boxes. And then we also had to do some error checking in case these text boxes are empty. Then flash a message that you have not entered anything in the username and password text boxes. Then it will have to unload the form. And then we had to declare a worksheet, and the worksheet we declared was the user's worksheet we named earlier. And then we also had to declare a range. We had to set the range to a given range, that is range A. The range A is the range where the usernames will be, and to search by the username and return whatever it will get. And to find the username and also find if the username and the password are the ones stated in the variables as stored in the worksheet, and you will have to authenticate and allow you in. Else then you will have to say try again later. You can use another message to tell the user that you have entered wrong credentials, maybe you will not access the system, something like that. This is for login. And then this code is just nearly the same. Set password, just with the same variables, just with nearly the same code, but just a little different logic. Then submit, cmd submit. And then this is cmd submit, this submit password hint. I think the same thing to forgot password. There's nothing different, just the same, nearly the same code but different logic. It will bring you down here to the login section, and you'll have to write the code. Then you can come to the forgot password. You can also come and click on forgot password and then write it here. And also come to set password, so come to set password section. Now mine is not working because I'm not working on a Windows PC, but this project was done on a Windows PC. I just transferred it to my PC here. Now after everything is done, there's also this last line down here. This last line just helps us to make sure that if the form is created, it cannot be cancelled. Let me first of all comment them out like this. I'll first of all save changes, every change I've made. So I'll come back to my form, and I'll have to run this form. Select the form, then click on this run button. Now when it is in this state, someone can just come and cancel this button. Now this code we added down here helps us to make sure that a user cannot cancel this form. This one here, cancel equals to true. The first thing is if close mode is equals to VB form control menu, then cancel equals to true, then we end the if statement here. Now here what we make sure is that if the form has been loaded, it cannot be cancelled. So after entering everything, we shall see that when you come and run the form, it will store the data. You'll be, the first thing is, in the first state when you have just loaded, first of all come and set password. Come and set password. Let me go back. Come and set password. When you set password, it will now store the details, the username, the password, and the password hint you set. So you can now use those details to log in, because immediately after you have set the password, you will not immediately log in. You will have to set the password, set your username, password, and then the password hint. Then you will again be prompted to log in using those details, basing on what we have tried to write here in the code here. Now this is a simple implementation, making sure that in the ordinary way, somebody comes to review, then protect workbook, but in this future, protect workbook can be removed by a few techniques. They can be cracked out and removed. The password you've used, it can be removed. But to get concrete security, such user forms automated in VBA can be a greater option. Now let us take an example as we close. We are going to go back to our form. Then at the bottom we shall have to uncomment this code. Then I'll come and run this form. I've not set any details because it is not working actively. In case I click on set password, it is not taking me direct to the set password code here. But let me change something because I did not set this. Let me come and change this to set password. It is correct, but yeah, since I'm not working natively on Windows, so it is misbehaving a little. So let us try to sample this. Let me run this form. This is the last step. Now if this form is here and I don't enter correct details, I cannot cancel it out. No matter how much I will battle with it, I will not cancel it out until I enter the correct details. Then it will allow me to access the system or the workbook finally. Thank you for watching. I brought this video just to show you a little bit of how to create authentication for a workbook. You can implement it, like I said, in Access, in word processing. You can implement it in PowerPoint presentations just to protect your work. By this code, I made it specifically for Excel workbooks. Thanks for watching, and let us meet in the next video.